Hi everyone, I am Rajesh. In this my YouTube channel I have started one series called IMAX X. And in this series I am going to share all the details about only movies, so full of information about only cinemas. So in this video I am going to share many details about the not only ODYSSEY movie but also IMAX theaters. Before I am getting into the main context of the video about the IMAX theater as well as ODYSSEY movie, I must share about my movie viewing experience, where it exactly got started, why I am so particular about watching movie in particular theaters and particular format. Well, watching movie in IMAX theaters is not happened all of a sudden in my life, because I have born and brought up in a very small village. Those days we didn't have any cinema theaters, not even my place, but any close of our places. And we used to travel 30 to 40 kilometers to watch a better movie in better theaters. And during my childhood, during the harvest season, some people used to come putting it a ready-made tent, and they used to show the old movies like Pathala Bhairavi and some of the other NTR's black and white movies. So there it exactly got started my watching experience about movies. So whenever they used to come and whenever they are putting in the tent to show the movie, that day entirely I used to feel so energetic, and I used to feel so joy to watch a movie in such a small kind of a tent. And during my school days I have missed watching all the movies, and whenever I completed my 10th standard, I just moved to the town kind of place in Kurnool, and there I found almost 30 theaters in the Kurnool. For me it's like a feast. And in the morning I used to go to the theaters. I used to watch 2 to 3 cinemas any day. Those days I have no clue about the movie format and movie technology. I have no clue because watching a movie itself so privileged to me. I have no particular about the technology, about the movie theater, about their standards. And later, once I have grown up, I found one theater called Prasad IMAX in Hyderabad. So what a movie experience in the Prasad IMAX. I started watching the Batman, and later Spider-Man, after the Interstellar. So many movies I watched in the Prasad IMAX, and later, so out of my curiosity, I just started knowing the more details about the cinema theaters and the formats and what kind of technology they are using to provide the better viewing experience. Out of my knowledge, I am going to share about the movie experience about the ODYSSEY as well as IMAX theaters. So once again, welcome back to my IMAX X series. In this video, I am going to share 3 details about why we need to watch ODYSSEY movie in only IMAX theater. And second thing, what are the best IMAX theaters we need to choose for the better movie experience. And third thing, if there are no IMAX theaters in your city, and what is the plan B? What is the alternate theaters to watch ODYSSEY movie? Please watch till the end. Then only you are going to get the more details about the IMAX theaters and IMAX formats and different kind of movie theaters. Firstly, number 1, why we need to watch ODYSSEY movie in only IMAX theater? To answer this question, I need to give more details about not only ODYSSEY movie but the director of Christopher Nolan. Around 3 years before, this ODYSSEY movie director, Mr. Christopher Nolan, has announced that this ODYSSEY movie is going to shot entirely with IMAX film camera of 70mm. So that day itself, I just decided to watch this ODYSSEY movie at any cost in 1.43:1 aspect ratio. I have an idea about 1.43:1 aspect ratio of IMAX 70mm during the 2014 and during the Interstellar and Batman those days. And later, once this Prasad IMAX got withdrawn in 2015, I have lost interest watching movies in IMAX theaters because we didn't have any IMAX theater to provide this 1.43:1 aspect ratio in entire India. Not only in entire India but also in any of southern Asia countries, no theater is available to provide this aspect ratio. Then I have decided to go even abroad to experience this Odyssey movie in 1.43:1 aspect ratio. But sadly, there are only 34 theaters are actively showing the IMAX format of 1.43:1 aspect ratio across the globe. The reason is, if I watch Christopher Nolan movies right from the Tenet to Odyssey movie, Mr. Christopher Nolan, the kind of composition he makes, not only focus on the character but also on the space, like meadows, nature, architecture. The amount of grandeur he is going to showcase across his frames are so unique, so unique. If you see the Tenet, you can get to know Dunkirk, you will get to know the Interstellar, you will get to know, and that is so particular about the 70mm IMAX format, because director wants movie must give the immersive experience. I am so particular about watching this Odyssey movie in the 1.43:1 aspect ratio. So I badly wanted to watch this Odyssey movie in any of foreign countries at any cost. For that, I have shortlisted 3 cinema theaters. One is BFI Cinema Theaters, which is there in London, and another one is the Trumplast, which is there in the Leonberg, Germany. Third one is a Mera Mera Theater, which is there in the Taiwan. So these 3 countries offers the 1.43:1 aspect ratio, which is director was exactly intended to its audience. So later, sadly, the Odyssey movie tickets got sold even 1 year before for across all these formats theaters. So later I was waiting just to any other weeks get open, any other extra shows will get open. I was keep on searching in the internet. If the flight tickets are so cheap, I am not getting the right seat to watch Odyssey movie. So if I travel all the way from India to the London or Leonberg or Taiwan, even if I sit in the corner of the cinema theater, it gives no impact. So that's why I myself insisted not to going there. I have not booked the tickets, either flight tickets or the cinema tickets. Then after watching Odyssey movie in 1.43:1 aspect ratio, a dream is getting collapse. And then I am not able to digest that sad news. So for that angry and frustration, even I did not book any tickets there in India. Whatever available IMAX theaters also I have not booked because of the frustration. So then I was just keeping quiet, and at least I just wanted to see this Odyssey movie in the biggest possible big screen, in any of the screen in India. So that also I have studied all the theaters. Again I have landed at the Prasad PCX. Odyssey original movie got made for 1.43:1 aspect ratio, but if I watch same movie in the Prasad PCX, I may going to miss 30 to 40% of the picture, going to get cropped. So that is there happened with not only the Prasad PX but also other IMAX theaters also. They are offering just 1.90:1 aspect ratio format they are going to offer. So that also not interested. Anyway, I am going to watch this Odyssey movie in the Prasad P6. I was keep on searching in the Book My Show to watch Odyssey movie in the Prasad P6 format at least. But all of a sudden one day Book My Show got started in the very early morning or midnight, and next day in the morning all the shows got filled up to 10 days. So there is no fun watching Odyssey movie in other IMAX theaters, but those are not 1.43:1 aspect ratio. Mostly all the theaters offers just 1.90:1 aspect ratio. So what is this 1.43:1 aspect ratio of IMAX 70mm? In fact, this IMAX technology is not new to us. It has started long back during 1970s. Even in this digital era, IMAX still follows the old school methods as it shoots movies by the film negatives. This negative size is 70mm, which is so big when it's compared to any other formatted films. And these specialized film cameras, IMAX 70mm cameras weighing up to 160 kilo weight, and which makes it so difficult for the filmmakers to operate during the shooting. After the completion of the shoot, they still follow the analog technology for the post-production. They still follow old school methods. And after the post-production, now the film reel got ready. And surprisingly, this one single reel is weighing up to 250 kilo weight. To complete full movie, you need to have at least 70 to 100 film reels. So, which is very conventional to export for the continental to continental. So now you need the projector to play this massive 70mm film onto the screen. This IMAX 70mm projector room is almost looks like a small kind of factory machine. Once they load this reel into the IMAX 70mm projector, and you need the screen, that size should be minimum 100 feet wide and 70 feet height. Then only this 70mm negative going to be fit into the screen perfectly. This aspect ratio is called 1.43:1 aspect ratio, which comes by dividing 100 by 70. 100 is a screen horizontal size and 70 is a screen height. So there we are going to land for 1.43:1 the aspect ratio. There you are going to land for the exact IMAX 70mm original aspect ratio of 1.43:1. When if you compare to the traditional screen, this IMAX 70mm screen size is 60% more, and that the traditional screen aspect ratio 2.39:1 aspect ratio, but IMAX stretches horizontally and vertically to 1.43:1 aspect ratio. To light up this massive screen, you need to have the bulb, that projector, that 15,000 watt xenon lamp, which are going to be provide the brightest visuals of 60,000 luminous to 6 lakh luminous, which is equal to you are watching a sun in the daytime directly from the land. So that is the reason you are going to experience the visuals up to 18K resolution. So in a result, you will not only watching the movie, but you feel you are here in the movie. This is called an immersive experience, which you will be watching only in IMAX movie shot by IMAX cameras and playing in 1.43:1 aspect ratio. But there are so many logistic issues to transport these heavy missions like a projector and the reels to the continental, because each reel is weighing up to 250 kgs weight, and you need to have at least 7200 reels to complete the movie. But also these gigantic screens are not possible to install in everywhere. So IMAX Corporation came up with special ideas, that IMAX laser projectors that are capable of playing the same 1.43:1 aspect ratio, but up to 4K resolution. But you are going to watch the brighter and crisp images. IMAX digital also another format which are going to play in the movie for 1.9:1 aspect ratio, which is going to be crop the original image at the top to bottom. In the result, you are going to miss 30 to 40% of the original image intended for IMAX 70mm. So if you want to experience the proper IMAX movie, you must go to these theaters. The projector has to be IMAX GT 70mm projector, and the screen size has to be 100 foot wide and 70 feet height, and that aspect ratio has to be 1.43:1 aspect ratio. Then only you are going to get immersive experience of IMAX 70mm original format. So if these theaters are not there nearing your city, the alternate option is plan B is watching any other theaters, like now V Epic in Sulurpeta one theater is there, and Prasad PCX also there, and any other screens which offers the 60 foot any big screens, you are going to experience this 1.9:1 aspect ratio. That screen should be 60 feet width and 30 feet height, because the ODYSSEY movie not only releasing in traditional movie format, like because the ODYSSEY movie is going to release not only in 2.39:1 aspect ratio, but also 1.90:1 aspect ratio also it is going to release. So in the biggest screen like V Epic or normal Epic, any other Dolby Cinema theater, if the original IMAX 70mm is not available, this is the only alternate option to watch ODYSSEY movie. But you may be missing 30 to 40% of the visuals of originally intended for IMAX 70mm. Up to 2014 was the golden days for Hyderabadis to watch any kind of movie in the Prasad IMAX, and in fact there are people used to travel from all the way Malaysia and Singapore and China and Australia also. The people used to come here to watch experience the movie in 1.43:1 aspect ratio, especially this Batman, Spider-Man and Interstellar. So that era has gone now. After 2015, the Prasad IMAX officials not renewed this IMAX license, and it got stopped, and again it got turned into the IMAX pieces and other different formats. there are no theaters which are offering 1.43:1 aspect ratio in across India, and those kind of theaters are very limited, almost to 34 to 36 theaters in the globe. Taiwan is a very closest country to India to offer this 1.43:1 aspect ratio. After Australia, also one theater is there. So I have planned to go there, but because of the budget constraint, I couldn't make it out, and I lost interest watching ODYSSEY movie in the normal theaters. So that is all about the IMAX 1.43:1 aspect ratio. So my next video is going to be my experience of ODYSSEY in Mirage IMAX Wadala, Bombay. See you soon. Thank you very much for watching my video.